Hello, just wanted to make a quick video on my Barbarian in Diablo 3. I am currently using a Rend Whirlwind hybrid build. I'm going to go ahead and show you the skills that I am using and the runes I'm using with them and explain why I am using them. My first skill is Bash. It is a melee attack that does 165% weapon damage with a 20% chance of knockback, and I am using the Onslaught Ruin, which adds 2 additional hits that cause 25% weapon damage per hit and removes the chance for knockback, which is nice because knockback is kind of annoying when you're trying to round things up and DPS them down. My second skill is the Whirlwind ability, which is as basic as it sounds. It does 145% weapon damage as you swing your weapons around in circles and smash everything. And I'm using the Hurricane Ruin, which allows you to move at full movement speed as you're whirlwinding. Without this, you're going to move at a slower speed, and it's very annoying. And this increase in your movement speed just increases your survivability all around. The Whirlwind skill is basically what this build revolves around, no pun intended. The next skill is Sprint. It increases your movement speed by 40% for 3 seconds. I use the Run Like the Wind Ruin, which generates tornadoes behind you as you run that do 60% weapon damage for 3 seconds. The tornadoes generate fury as they're hitting people, and it's just nice to have the tornadoes being dropped as you are whirlwinding. It puts down a nice field of DPS where you can hit multiple targets if you're doing it right as you're whirlwinding circles around whatever you're killing. It puts down a very large amount of DPS. And the 40% movement speed increase just increases how fast you can move around your enemies. The next skill is Battle Rage. It increases your straight up damage by 15% and crit hit chance by 3% for 120 seconds. And I use the Into the Fray Ruin, which gives your critical hits a chance to generate 15 additional fury. This whole build is pretty much reliant on critting and generating fury. And the more you crit, the more fury you're going to generate. The more fury you're going to generate, the faster you're going to kill shit. My next skill is Rend, and I cannot put this any more simple. This is overpowered. I love this skill. It does 700% weapon damage, 700% bleed damage, and an AoE effect around your Barbarian for a dot of 5 seconds, damage over time that lasts for 5 seconds. And I use the Bloodlust Rune, which does a 9% damage done from Rend is added to your life. That's 9% when you're doing 700% damage. 9% is a large amount of health. As long as you have your Rend up on multiple targets, you're going to be able to pretty much survive almost anything. I mean, if you are doing a large amount of DPS, that is. I love this skill. It is a must. There's no way in hell I'd pass it up. I replaced my Warcry with Rend recently when they nerfed the Warcry down from a 50% resistance increase to, 20 or 30? Once they dropped it, I didn't really feel that it was necessary to keep Warcry anymore, so I picked up Rend, and I'm glad I did because Rend adds more survivability than Warcry ever did, personally. Feels like it does to me anyways. And the insane amount of damage that this puts out in only 5 seconds more than makes it worth it. Anyways, the next skill is the one that everyone knows about, Wrath of the Berserker. It transforms you into the Berserker form. This thing does multiple different effects. It increases your crit hit chance by 10%, your attack speed by 25%, dodge chance by 20%, movement speed by 20%. This will increase your damage, your speed at which you put out damage. It's going to increase your survivability by giving you movement speed increase and a dodge chance. This is all around awesome. This is when you're going to be putting out your most damage. This is what you're going to be doing to burn down elites extremely fast. I like to use the Thrive on Chaos Ruin. For every 25 fury you generate, it adds 1 second to the duration of your Berserker form. Hypothetically, you could pretty much keep your Berserker form going at all times, if you have enough enemies to beat on, that is, which isn't always the case. But the really nice part about this is sometimes you can even keep this up longer than the cooldown lasts, and you can use this skill multiple times back to back if you have enough enemies to hit. That alone makes the Thrive on Chaos Ruin It must, in my opinion. The Insanity one, which increases your DPS by 100%, is nice. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. But once your 15 seconds or so is up, that damage is gone. I choose the duration over the 100% damage increase any day, as do a lot of Barbarians. Anyways, my passive skills are as follows. I use Bloodthirst as my first rune. Passive skill rather. You gain 3% of all damage done as life. This, personally, I like this one more than any of the armor increasing ones for survivability purposes. This is seems to add more survivability for me than the armor ones do. But that might just be because of my style of play. Some people like the armor one over this. The other armor too. There's two that add armor. I've seen a lot of Barbarians using the armor ones over this one instead. But I like this. Personally, my playstyle, this one benefits me the most. My next skill is Ruthless. Increases my crit hit chance by 5% and crit hit damage by 50%. That is pretty obvious what it does. It's just straight up damage, very simple. 50% damage, crit damage, 5% crit chance. No reason not to have that. That is just straight DPS, extra damage. No reason not to do it. The next one is Weapon Master. Last but not least, this one is a multiple effect kind of thing, depending on what you're using. Gain a bonus based on weapon type of your main hand weapon. Depending on what type of weapon, you're going to get a different effect. Swords and daggers, 15%, just normal damage, just regular 15% straight up extra damage, which is nice. Maces and axes, 10% crit hit chance increase. Pole arms and spears, 10% attack speed increase. Mighty weapons, 3 additional fury per hit. Now, personally, I use this skill for the maces/axe bonus, the 10% crit hit chance increase, because I am using a two-handed axe right now. And that just seems to go perfectly with the weapon that I am using. I have a Scorn right now, which has a high crit damage increase, and a Socket for more crit damage. And you add in an extra 10% crit chance. It just seems to go well together with a build that is focusing on crit damage and crit chance. This seems like the dominant weapon choice for me. And 10% crit hit chance, that seems really hard to pass up. Anyways, gonna go ahead and show you my stat page really quick. I am sitting at 49% crit hit chance. I just dropped a couple percentage for upgrade in my gear. With the Battle Rage, I go up to, 3 plus 49, 50, 51, 52. I have 52% with Battle Rage. I'm kidding. 52% Battle Rage. I'm at 52% with my Battle Rage crit chance. My crit hit damage is sitting at 529%. So I'm pretty much doing a crit every other hit for 529% damage. I have 5.7% lifesteal, 409 life on hit. Seems sufficient enough for me to stay alive at all times. My DPS is sitting at 109,818.36 DPS, and I have 40,000 health. About 530 or so average resist all. No, 500-ish, something around there. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for this video. I'm gonna make an additional video later with actual gameplay and fighting, so you can see how I play and how this build works. For me, this is the best build I've done. I've done pure Rend builds, pure Whirlwind. Decided to mix it up and do a little bit of both. Anyways, that's all I got for today. If you like the video, subscribe, like, comment, rate it, whatever, share. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.